And tonight we're talking about our Disney trip.
Yeah.
We just got back from. So let's roll the intro. Let some more friends gather up and see who's here to hang out.
All right. Well, it's not quite as exciting when we're sitting on our back patio versus when we're streaming in the parks. But we're here. We wanted to keep our schedule with streaming and hang out with you guys.
Hey.
Well, you got turned down, babe. No, it's too loud. Oh my goodness, Wally's playing Minecraft. So yeah, we just thought it'd be fun to debrief our trip, kind of share like some of the highlights, some of the lowlights, some of the things that we wished we had been able to do on this trip. We were down there for 2 weeks and there's still so many things that we like didn't get time to do. I don't know what Mark is doing. What's Mark doing? Oh. Uh-oh, I'm getting feedback. What is he doing? What are you doing, Mark? I don't know what your daddy's doing.
I don't know.
You don't know.
Daddy! What are you doing? Daddy, what are you doing?
I feel like there's going to be like a grand reveal. I don't know what he's doing.
What it?
He's being...
What it?
I see, buddy.
What
are you doing, Mark?
You caught right here.
Anyway, we thought it'd be fun to just share with you guys tonight some of our favorite parts of our trip. Yeah, I see. You on your Minecraft ride?
Oh no.
Hey, buddy, I have an idea. Let's pause this for a minute, okay?
No.
What are you doing?
Let me do the final part. The big hill. And
okay, do the final part, and then I want you to talk to everybody about our trip too. Uh-oh, you forgot to finish the track. That's not good. All right, let's pause.
No.
And then you can play later. You can finish playing later.
I don't want to finish playing later.
You don't want to finish playing later? Why not?
Guys, I had to go get the
hi.
Why did you try and join from your phone?
Haunted Mansion fedora. Well, so I can pop the comments up without knocking my laptop off.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, because it was like echoing really bad.
Yeah, I don't know why it put me in the stream, but it did.
Yeah,
cheers
dumped you in the stream.
to Wednesday.
Your fedora is a little beat up. So you travel there.
Hey, Princess Paula, thanks for hopping on.
Ohana, yeah. Yeah, so we just thought tonight we'd do kind of like big picture overview of our trip, kind of like what were our favorite things, what were some of our not so favorite things. And then we thought we'd kind of do like a multi-part debrief. Because we did some really unique things on this trip.
We did.
We had 4 different resorts that we stayed at. Well, technically,
hey, Amy,
we were
thanks for hopping on.
5 different hotels over 2 weeks. But that was very unique to do the resort hopping. So starting out, Mark, because we were there for 2 weeks. We did a lot. What were your like top 3 moments of the trip?
I mean, you have to know that the beginning part of our trip when we went and saw the Falcon Heavy launch and landing at landing zone 1.
Yeah, that was definitely a high point for you.
It was not originally planned as part of the trip. It just so happened that we got lucky. We added a couple days on early to our trip and we were able to see that. So
that was the 5th resort transfer because we had to add on a couple nights at a Marriott prior to transferring over to Disney property to make that happen.
Yeah.
But it was worth it. It took 2 trips down to Cape Canaveral to make it happen. But I think it was definitely a highlight of the trip.
Definitely a highlight of the trip.
And I'll tack on to that as one of my top 3 moments was getting to swim in the ocean.
Yeah. You've always wanted to.
Like we've never really we've been to the Atlantic and the Pacific Ocean. We've been to Cape Canaveral before and like dipped our toes in the water. He was still really little. He was like 2. And then we've been to the ocean out in California when we were there in January. But again, I guess we went on the beach. Like we went further into the water on that trip, but it was really kind of cold.
Wow.
So we haven't really had like a beach day.
So Amy has a really good question. If the rocket would have launched on the first day, would we have gone back? No.
No, I don't think
we
so.
actually had park reservations to go in the park that second day.
It kind of like compounded other things on our trip.
Yeah.
And that was definitely, I think, one of the like most different pieces of this trip for us was that it was just very fluid.
Yeah.
Like we had park reservations for every day.
Yep.
But we really didn't like go into the park as often as we planned or like as early as we planned.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Wally, what was one of your favorite things about our trip?
Big Thunder.
Big Thunder Mountain.
Of course.
I think for him, probably number one was Big Thunder Mountain for sure.
Yes.
But
And we did that the first night we arrived.
we
So
did.
we got to Disney, we activated our passes, and we went in the Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, and we knew that process was going to take a while
Yeah.
to be able to activate our annual passes, which, you know, we had to stand in the
Guest services
line and then
at the
go.
Magic
And then
Kingdom.
it probably took like a half an hour
Yeah.
just to like get in line and actually activate the passes and go through that whole process. So we knew that was going to take time. So it was really nice to be able to do that the first night we were there and kind of get that out of the way. And then we didn't have to worry about it the rest of the trip.
You time to hear that.
Hey, Melic Adventures, thanks for hopping on.
Thanks for hopping
You
on.
time to hear that baby noise.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a good question, Amy, if we would have gone back a second day and we wouldn't have. But that being said, I'm really glad that we did, because the first day we went down, I think like we just really didn't know what to expect.
No.
It was a weekday lunch.
It was a weekday launch.
And so we left at like 9:30 and the launch was like at
2:56.
2:56.
Yeah.
So we went down to Jetty Park for like the whole day, which
Yeah.
was really fun. Like we brought a picnic and Wally got to play on the playground. There was a super nice playground there. And then we had brought swimsuits and things to change into, but we kind of thought like, oh, we'll watch the rocket launch and then maybe we'll go do some beach time. And so we went down on the beach and Wally ended up like going into the ocean, like in his clothes.
In his clothes.
So he was like
soaked.
soaking wet. We had a change of clothes for him. So we just kind of like changed him and didn't like really commit to like doing the ocean. And then by the time we like waited out the rocket and it didn't happen, and I think we were tired from traveling, we're like, let's just go back to the hotel.
Because
We
it
were
was
hot.
so hot and we were just
That was like a
roasted.
very, very hot day. So we're like, let's just go back to the room and like chill. I can't even remember what we did that night. What did we do that
I
night?
told
We
you.
went to dinner or something. I don't remember.
Is that when we went to Kona? No, that was the next night.
No, that was the night of the cast member preview. Yeah, so we went to Kona.
Yeah.
That first night.
Yeah.
We went and watched the
Because that was the other
fireworks.
thing. We couldn't go back in because we really needed to get home, get changed to go to Kona.
Yeah.
And so that actually brings up my second highlight of the trip,
Yeah.
was watching the cast preview from the Polynesian
Yeah, I think that was like
of Happily Ever After.
I think that was my favorite fireworks of the trip.
Yeah.
Was because the energy was just so raw. Like people were just so excited that it came back, and Tinkerbell
Kona
flew,
Cafe,
and-
Polynesian, you're correct.
Yeah. Yep. I think that Amy knows her trip better than we do. But yeah, it was really magical.
What? What?
I think getting to, like-
Well, and there were a lot of
Do-
cast members at the Poly.
There was, yeah, like
Now
that
what
they
is
had gotten off and like
going
couldn't get
Buddy,
into the
Mommy's
Magic
talking.
Kingdom.
It's Mommy's
Now
turn to,
what?
buddy, it's
know.
Mommy's turn to talk. Okay.
So that was really cool.
Yeah, I don't know if they couldn't get in the Magic Kingdom or what, but there were a lot of cast members.
Well, I think probably just they like worked a later shift and
Yeah.
they didn't. I think it was really worth like trying to get into
Yeah.
the park and
Yeah.
deal with all of that, you
What
know.
me?
Okay.
Me?
Hey, Anna, thanks for
See?
hopping
Yeah,
in.
Thanks for hopping in.
So yeah, that was my second, and it, because I could generally see, I could see the excitement in their face that fireworks are back. It gave them a feeling
Right.
of we're back to normal.
Well, and I think just everybody watching the fireworks that night, and we
Yeah.
streamed it, and like I definitely got emotional. Like it just felt like we had.
Oh,
come
see,
through.
Amy has the facts. Only Magic Kingdom cast members could go.
Oh, I
So
didn't know that. Okay.
must have been what it was. That's
Okay.
so.
So they were non-Magic Kingdom.
Yeah,
cast
I mean there were a
members.
lot of cast members at the Polynesian.
Yeah, there was. Yeah. So that was really
Yeah.
fun.
That's smart on
So,
them to go to the Polynesian and watch the fireworks.
I think like the second favorite thing of this trip for me was doing 4 different Disney resorts.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it was some effort to like have to unpack and repack and unpack and repack and transfer and do all that stuff, but it didn't feel overwhelming or tedious. Like repacking is not as much work as packing for a trip, because when you're packing you have all the stress of like, do I have everything I need, and what outfits do I want to wear, and do I have enough clothes, do I have too much clothes, did I remember to pack this? And like when you're in a hotel room, all you have to do is just make sure all your crap gets back in a suitcase. Like that's really all you have to do. So it really wasn't like that stressful to do the resort transfers. We had a car, so it was pretty easy. But I just loved the feeling of like every couple of days, like going somewhere new and having kind of the magic.
And especially staying DVC. That's the only way you get new linens and a new refresh to your room.
When you stay DVC, they don't do housekeeping.
Every 8 days.
Every 8 days is the only time they'll come through and like give you fresh sheets or towels or bath products or anything like that. So yeah, I mean, when you do a split stay, it's kind of nice because then you get like fresh things every couple days. So,
so the question Amy put in, did we get lucky on any early rooms?
We got one.
And I think we got one.
Yeah. Well, we kind of got 2. So the first one we checked into Animal Kingdom was not ready, but that was fine because we dropped our bags off, and then we headed down to the Cape. Yeah,
it was kind of fun. We went to the Animal Kingdom. We handed all bags to Bell Service. We're like, we're heading down to Cape Canaveral. We'll see you guys later.
Yeah. So that was fine. That really didn't matter to us.
Yeah.
The second resort transfer we had was to Bay Lake Tower. And our room was ready at 7 a.m.
7 a.m. Got the text, room's ready.
We showed up and we're like, our room's ready. And like,
Bell Service was like, no, it's not. Like, your room's not ready.
Sure it's ready? Yeah. Like, and then the Bell Service guy that helped us like put everything and then like move it to our room, like every cast member he transferred, they're like, what are you doing? And he's like, I'm checking these guys into their room. And they're like, it's 7 a.m. Like they like didn't believe him. So yeah, I mean, I think that was nice. That was nice. That worked out really well because we did like a full park day that day. So we ended up just like going to our room,
dropping all of our
putting
stuff,
everything in there, putting all the stuff in the fridge, because at that point we had quite a few groceries. So that was really nice to be able to just like fully move in and then go to the park and know when we got back at the end of the day. Like,
hey, rushing to Disney, thanks for hopping on.
I'm so bummed we missed seeing you guys down there because we're there at the same time, and it's just like it's so hard sometimes to like coordinate.
Well, and we're so random and fickle about our schedule. We don't go to the park till like noon.
That's something we definitely learned about ourselves. We'll talk about that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. Then hey, Garrett, Monarch Moments. Thanks for hopping on.
We were just off, so
yeah.
But yeah, I wish we could have seen you guys. So hopefully someday. I know you guys have a really fun, awesome family trip coming up, and I'm so excited for you guys. You're gonna love it. But you guys got to have an awesome just romantic getaway to Disney. I love that. Like, yeah, just the 2 of them got to go, and they got to like play in the parks and have an adults only trip, and those are some of the best kinds of Disney trips.
We tried. We actually said we were going to go, and he's like, you have to take me.
Yeah.
He literally looked at us and goes, you have to take me.
We are like contemplating, like if we can find a cheap flight, find a cheap room, like we might go for a weekend in October or November, just the 2 of us. We'll see. It's too long of a flight to sneak down for a weekend with him.
Yeah.
But for us, it's like having 4 hours on an airplane to like work on things.
Oh, that's awesome. Absolutely love it. Yeah.
But yeah, so I love doing the resort transfer. So we got lucky there. And then when we transferred over to Wilderness,
it was not ready.
It wasn't ready, but it was ready by like 11:30.
It was ready by, it was 11:30. And the sad thing about that, we had just sent our bags to, because that's we did the resort transfer.
Yes, we did an actual resort transfer that day.
So we had actually sent all of our bags, all of our groceries to Bell Services to do a resort transfer.
I think we brought them to Wilderness with us, though. I don't remember. It all blends together.
That was a transfer.
This is why I'm glad we vlogged, because when I go back and edit all this stuff, I'll be like, I don't remember. But yeah, it wasn't a big deal.
Because we weren't going to be there anyway.
Yeah, we had things going on that day.
Unless we had the room right away in the morning, we weren't going to be there. So.
And then the last resort was Riviera, and that one, that one was a little hard because we got over to the resort and we're like, this is great. Like, we'll just relax. We'll do some pool time.
Yeah.
Go into the park later. This was our like saga of eating at Tipanidu, which if you saw that live stream, you know.
You haven't seen that live stream. After this, go check it out.
You know the drama of trying
to eat at Tipanidu.
I got to win mine.
Quite the ordeal. So we had a rescheduled dinner at Tipanidu at 4. We originally were going to go, I think originally it was like 12:30, and then we're like, no,
let's go 2:30. And then you're like, finally, like, no, I'm just going to do 4.
And like, we had it rescheduled, and we got to Riviera, and we're like, we'll just do some pool time.
We'll hop in the pool.
And then, our room will be ready. It'll be great.
Yeah.
And I don't know, we just like, we didn't plan well. I don't know why. I mean, we knew rooms were not guaranteed until 4 o'clock or later. So we like didn't plan well for that.
Yeah. I'll go get you a napkin.
But yeah, so we ended up like sitting at the pool.
And then
Giant thunderstorm rolled through.
you had a great cabana.
So happy, and then all of a sudden,
it broke. No,
Florida thunderstorm.
It wasn't just your normal Florida. This was a pre-Elsa like whoosh, and like it like cracked lightning and dropped.
So I was like desperately trying to like cover the stroller. I was soaking wet. Like I didn't have my swimsuit on. I had my clothes on that I was intending to wear to dinner. And I didn't have a spare set of clothes packed. Yeah,
because we didn't expect it to downpour.
I mean, we checked our bags at Bell Services at the Riviera. So like worst case, we could have went and got our suitcase, figured it out. They have really nice pool bathrooms there. They have like a full shower in them. Yeah. Like we could have done that, but yeah. Least to say, Mark went to the front desk and he was like,
anything you guys could do to get us a room right now, that would be great. My wife is soaked and my head's about to be strung up.
So we got in
within about an hour. They got us.
Yeah, so like 2:30, we got in our room. We like showered, changed, and then we were like, let's continue the epic saga of the Skyliner. We'll take it over to dinner. No, it's down because of weather. So we ended up driving. We got to our reservation literally at 3:59. So, but we made it. We made it the second time.
Do not trust the Skyliner. If you need it,
don't depend on the Skyliner.
Don't depend on it unless you're going to go hours and hours in advance of what you're doing.
So, favorite
resort. Rushing to Disney wants to know.
Good question. I thought going into it 100% it was going to be Riviera. I just was like,
I thought that too.
It was our last resort. We had Topolino's booked. I just thought like I love like
Riviera,
my Italian roots, and I just thought like I'm gonna love Riviera.
Yeah, and it's nice, and it's very nice resort.
And I think like
gorgeous.
I think we had a rough
arcade.
We had a rough start.
No arcade for the kiddos.
I think like the torrential downpour, the rain, like at the pool, like I think that kind of played a little bit into our feelings towards it.
Now he needs your napkin.
Oh my goodness! But it's a smaller resort, so we didn't like. It wasn't bad, and it kind of grew on us. Yeah, and the pool was really great.
Yes,
but I think like we have a really hard time answering this question. Like we asked each other this on the last day of the trip. Like, what was your favorite resort? And I don't know. Like, I think we had the most fun at Bay Lake.
We had the most fun at Bay, and that was a gorgeous room. Those one bedrooms at Bay Lake.
Bedrooms there are so nice.
They're amazing. I mean, if you want to throw a party,
oh my gosh, the living room was.
You could pack 20 people in that living room.
It was huge. Yeah. And it has 2 bathrooms. Like, they're just really, really nice. Yeah. And we had so much fun at the pool. Like, we were going to go into the park and ride. I don't know what we were going to do. We were like, let's go back to Magic Kingdom. We'll ride one ride. Yeah. And I was like, I'm too tired for that. Like, let's just stay. And so our friends Aileen and Jeremy from the Flips came up, which was super fun. We got to hang with them. And then we just went to the pool. And
hey, Surfer Girl, thanks for hopping on.
Yeah, thanks for hopping on. We had the best time at the pool. Yeah. So I think like Bay Lake.
Well, we ran. Who was the comedian we ran into?
Comedian in the hot tub. We don't really follow stand-up.
No, we don't follow stand-up comedy.
Jeremy recognized
Ms. Pat.
And the hot dog.
Miss Pat. She was in the hot tub with us.
So that was
And if you look at our Twitter feed, she's not too happy with the Bay Lake Tower, but that's probably
she didn't like
because
her stay there.
I'm guessing it's because she expected a like full service, and it's not DVC.
Yeah.
DVC is not full service, people. It's
Well,
a vacation
yeah.
club. If you want
And,
full service, you got to be over at.
nothing is really full
You got to
service
be
right
over
now.
at the Grand Floridian.
Yeah, Grand
I
Floridian
mean,
is
if you
probably
wanted
the
full
most,
service,
like,
that's where you
yeah.
needed to go.
But anyway,
So
I mean, I think Bay Lake kind of had the sweet spot for us, but I really loved Wilderness.
Copper Creek, and that
I
was
think
my
Copper
favorite
Creek was our
resort from the trip.
favorite resort because the studios were wonderful.
Yeah.
Like the studio just felt really like homey and comfortable and roomy.
We could put all of our groceries
The
away. They
kitchen had
fit everywhere.
awesome storage. We were on a ground floor room, which is weird at Copper Creek because you come in at level 2 and then you actually have to go down to level 1.
Yes, it's like a secret hidden elevator to get down to level 1.
Yeah.
It's quite
But then
convoluted.
it was so convenient. Like we could walk right out our door. We were at both pools. We were right at the oh my gosh, what's the grill, the outdoor restaurant we ate at?
Geyser Point.
Geyser Point.
Yep.
Right to the like ferry docking area.
Easy.
Right to the
buses if we wanted to go that way. It was out the back door.
So
But I
easy,
wanted
so
it.
convenient. And the pools there are
Wanted it.
great.
The pools there are awesome.
On the
And I
top
love
of
the
it,
theming.
on the top of the house,
Oh my goodness.
put it in the Minecraft.
Hey, Teaching Disney, thanks for hopping in. And
I think too,
I wonder, did we get a Bagheera passing through the
Oh.
background? She might be. I can move her bed over here, and then
She's
she might
hanging
sit by
out.
us.
But also the other thing we love about Wilderness is the lobby area at Boulder Ridge, which is the other DVC, the older DVC property there, is probably our favorite Walt Disney history hidden spot on property.
If you're on property and you've got time to kill, head over to Wilderness Lodge, go into the Boulder Ridge lobby, and
It's so
look
amazing.
around.
They have the whole they have a whole lounge, and you kind of you go in and it's off to the side, and it's got the Carrollwood Pacific Railway.
Yeah.
Like his logo.
It's got a whole section
which
of
was
Walt.
the railroad that Walt had in his backyard. in his
Carrollwood Drive.
California home.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. Like
They have
all
a pin
the
set.
artifacts, the history, the pictures.
They have a pin set that I can't even find on eBay.
Yeah.
That
was
I mean,
so
it
great.
has to be just enormously
I think
valuable.
that's what I love. And it's it's the Pacific Northwest, but it also feels very Colorado.
It does.
It just it's a great resort. And it was so easy to take the boats over to the parks. It's just really convenient.
Garrett wants to stay with us next time at Bay Lake Tower,
Yeah,
of course,
Bay Lake is
where we have the 2
so-
bathrooms. You can have your own
Yeah.
bathroom.
It's so great. Bay Lake really was a great spot. But I think Copper Creek was probably our favorite of this stay.
Yeah.
I would stay there again in a
Yep.
heartbeat.
I would stay in Copper Creek in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Yep,
What
100%.
So I think that's the first one I'll be the most excited.
Yep.
When we have points and we can
When we
rebook.
can go back.
We've drained our points because between the Disney Wish sailing for DVC and then this trip, and then we have a trip booked for Christmas, and they have a 50% restriction on borrowing points right
Yes.
now. So we have no more points until we're back in the 2022 use year. So we've
Yeah.
got a while before we'll be able to do that again. But
Would we resort hop again?
I think
Oh, yeah,
so.
totally.
Absolutely. I
No
mean,
problem with it.
I don't think we would do 4 again, or
That was a bit
5,
much.
stay off site and then do 4 resort transfers. But I think 2 or 3.
Here's where it works
Honestly,
out
it's fine.
really well, and you said it. You said it yourself. For our family size, the studios are great until we need to do laundry.
Well, yeah, and when you want to cook a full
Or if you wanna
meal.
cook,
And that
like, a
was
full
really
meal.
nice at Bay Lake.
Yep.
We got spaghetti and marinara and parmesan and garlic
Yep.
toast, and we made this amazing
That was
spaghetti dinner. It was so good. It was
amazing.
one of our favorite meals of the
Yeah.
whole trip. And I don't know if
Yeah.
it was just because the timing and we were tired and we had company, but it was
Didn't
really,
cost
really
$200.
good. Yeah, it was. It was
Cost,
so
like,
nice
$10?
to just have a home cooked meal. So
Yeah.
I think we kind of talked about we would probably do
Studio, 1-bedroom studio,
Yeah,
if we're
I
doing a
think-
long trip.
I think if we were there for at least a week to 10 days,
Yep.
we would do 3.
Yep.
If we were there for 5 to 7, we might just do 2.
Yeah.
I think we would start at a studio and prioritize going heavy on parks.
Yep.
And then switch to a 1-bedroom do some laundry, have some home cooked meals, because, 4 or 5 days into vacation, you're kind of like, I just want
worn
like
out.
a grilled cheese sandwich. Like I just want like to eat some food.
I just want hot dogs on the griddle.
Right. So I think we would do that. I think we would like do a split stay, prioritize doing the parks when we're in a studio room, maybe do like a studio like Saratoga or something that's like less points and maybe not the best.
Paging Mr. Morrow, thanks for hopping on.
Yeah,
The Haunted Mansion
Yeah,
fedora.
it's like you're repping the
Repping the fedora group.
right? I think that was like another thing of this trip is we've realized that the fedora has become Mark's signature style.
Yeah.
I had to buy the Johnny Fedora and Bonnie Bluebonnet pin that they have right now, the Make Mine Music pin set that they have right now, because I'm like, Mark's my Johnny Fedora. So now
Bonnie
I need
Bluebonnet.
a Bluebonnet.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and hit us on the DMs for DVC questions, and
Yes,
we might actually do a whole
absolutely.
stream and
Yeah,
just
and
like
honestly, like we'd be happy to kind of debrief, what it's like to kind of go through the DVC and like how to strategize that. We have
Mhm.
we're very much of the philosophy of ante up to the trough and make sure it's empty.
yes,
And I think that COVID was a
prove that time and again.
really good time to have lived that philosophy, because
Yep.
we use our points. We always use our points. We typically are always borrowing. So we're never in a situation of like, we have all these points we have to use and we don't have time to do a trip. Like we rarely have points sitting in our bank.
Yep.
So that's probably like a good philosophy. If you have DVC, like use your points. Don't be afraid to use them.
Yep.
Don't be afraid to,
Because if you don't use them, you lose them.
right. I mean,
And
you can sell them.
You can sell them.
And we own at Polynesian, which is nice because and that's one of the things I would highly recommend if you're looking at buying DVC. Our personal feelings, and this is just our personal philosophies. Like I wouldn't buy at Riviera. You're much more limited in what you can do with those points. And I think that like when Grand Floridian expands and starts offering those villas again, that would be the prime time to buy a DVC.
Yep.
Because
those are
Grand Floridian and Polynesian are the top, highest valued resorts.
And Bay Lake.
And Bay
Those
Lake.
three. Yep.
Loading tax.
And you really cannot
Bring
beat
you
the
right
convenience
up here.
of being on the monorail loop.
Yeah.
And like what we love about
Walk.
Bay Lake, you can walk
Oh,
to the Magic Kingdom.
wow.
Yes.
It's so convenient.
Now you can walk there from.
You can walk to the Grand too.
Yep.
Yeah. And I mean, technically now you could walk to the Polynesian because you
Yes,
could walk to
you
the
can walk the
Grand,
whole way.
you know.
Yeah.
But
it is super nice to just
be
walk
all-
out Bay Lake and
it's
you're
so
100
nice.
yards
It
from the Magic
literally
Kingdom.
takes 10 minutes from your room to the gate.
Yeah.
And you're already through security because it has its own security over there.
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
really hard to beat.
They did not do the road.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm trying to remember. The Dalmatian ornament for Christmas I met you on TV. Yes! Oh my gosh. Yeah. That's so cool that you guys have that connection. I remember that you guys sent him that ornament. And then Paging Mr. Morrow was on Team Marie's, which is super
Nice.
cool. That's so cool.
Nice.
You guys have that connection. Very cool. Yeah, so I think that's like the resort. So what's your number 3 moment?
The number 3 moment. Okay, so I talked about Falcon Heavy or Falcon Heavy. I wish Falcon Heavy.
Yeah. You did call it Falcon Heavy, but it wasn't. It
was Falcon 9.
Yes, Falcon 9.
Launch
Would've
and
been cool to
landing.
see Falcon Heavy.
Falcon Heavy would have been a dream come true. I might have just had a heart attack at that point. Fireworks from Polly. My third. Well, you haven't given your second yet, have you?
My second was doing the resorts. Like
Okay.
I really did love doing the resort transfers.
Okay.
Oh, that's so cool that he brought us to the Poly Bungalow. That's really cool. That's such a cool connection that you guys have. I
Yeah.
remember that, like
Yeah.
the ornament that you gave him. It's
Yeah.
really cool.
So my third one.
You know, it's hard. We were there for
A long time.
like 13, 14 days. It was
Yeah.
a long time.
I would say, and again, I've continued to find love in this guy and Animal Kingdom. So
Oh,
him
yeah.
doing Everest.
He loved Everest. Oh my gosh. It was so fun.
That was fun.
That was super fun. And I think like we had such a just a really good Animal Kingdom day. It rained like all day. But I think like rainy days in the park are really fun just because like you kind of just like submit yourself to it.
You do. You
You like
just
kind of surrender. You're like
you surrender to the
here,
rain.
my feet are wet, my
I
clothes
would
are wet.
not
Like
surrender.
you
I'm
just
not yanked.
that's like his tagline. I don't know what this is. We had like a whole conversation about it on this trip.
Oh.
He says yanked.
Good question. It was not open,
Yeah.
but they opened the observation deck, the outside area from top of the World Lounge for the 1st through the 4th, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the observation deck was open.
Yeah.
Only Bay Lake Tower
If you had to
DVC members staying at Bay Lake Tower could get up, and that is why on the 3rd and 4th we stayed at Bay Lake Tower. So when we were planning this trip long ago, we said, okay, if we're going over the 4th, we got to be at Bay Lake Tower if we're going to be anywhere.
Yeah. So that was cool to get to do that. And then we did ask, and like the indoor is not open. She said they're renovating it and they don't expect it to be open. When did she say?
January.
She
said January. She said they were renovating it.
She's like, my boss won't tell me for sure, but I think it's not.
January.
It's going to be January.
They did have a pop-up bar up there.
Yeah, they had some drinks, so that was nice that they had like a pop-up bar going.
Yeah.
And it was fun to go up there. It's just fun because I think what's fun too is like you get to talk to other like DVC
Hey, Will, thanks for hopping on, and you can sit in ninja mode all you want.
So I think that's really cool. Oh, and Surfer Girl says, can't wait to do Animal Kingdom in November. It's so great. So when we were there, it wasn't open yet. So it was just getting ready to open.
Yes.
So that was kind of cool. It was very quiet.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Jumbo House, silent.
Yeah. And like
quiet.
the pool was super quiet.
All the time.
I mean, it just was so...
It was cool. It was a really nice time to stay. I mean, we did Animal Kingdom first, and I was like, I really like this Jumbo House. It was so quiet.
Yes. It's such a good spot, though. Like, the food there is really awesome. Yeah. They did have the Mara open. It was a modified menu.
Yeah, and that nothing was open.
The Mara was open, and then Sanaa was open over at Kidani.
Yep.
And both pools were open. And Kidani's pool is going down for refurb, I read. Yeah. So I'm not sure what they're going to do to it, but it's an awesome pool. Yeah. Like, great water slide. The play area is great. We ordered the bread service, like takeout from Sanaa.
And had it at poolside. That was awesome.
So nice. But when everything's open there, it's so amazing.
It's so amazing.
It's a great resort.
It is weird.
So relaxing.
It is weird to be staying at Jumbo House and at night. So we have the patio at night. DVC is the 5th floor. So you're looking around, that's the top floor of the building. You're seeing all these lights on the top floor, and then it's dark the whole rest of the way into the savannah.
Yeah, because it's only the 4th floor.
5th floor, right?
4th and 5th, or 5th and 6th. Because the Kilimanjaro Club Safari is also open at Jumbo.
Yes.
But that was the floor above us.
Yeah.
So I think it was floor
5th and
5 and 6.
Yeah.
But that was it.
Yeah.
It was so weird. Like everything else was dark. So
yeah, super cool to go out and watch, like look at the savannah at night, and it's like just dark.
You're gonna love. Are you staying at Animal Kingdom Lodge? You're gonna love it. It's so amazing. It's like it's just like the biggest advice I will give you if you're staying at Animal Kingdom Lodge is take a day.
Yes.
Or take time
every day
during your days,
multiple days,
to just relax and enjoy the resort.
Yeah,
because it's just so calming, and getting to watch the animals is so fun. There's so many awesome like animal viewing areas. It's just you have to like enjoy the resort.
So they went in February 2020.
Oh, they had the zebra domes when I was there. So I did get some zebra domes.
Do you want to give an opinion on the gluten-free zebra domes?
They're not as good. I mean, they don't have the cake in them.
Yeah.
So they're just like the mousse with like the chocolate on the bottom. They're still good, and you still get all the like good pieces. But I think they're better non-gluten-free.
There's Biggie.
He's like wandering around back there. But yeah, that's the biggest piece of advice I can give about Animal Kingdom Lodge is just take time to enjoy the resort. Like, sit in the lobby by the fireplace.
Yep.
Go to the pool.
Look at the savannas.
Walk into all the animal areas. Like just
the stairwells at the ends are all open to the savannah. So if you don't have a savannah facing room, just go to the stairwell at the end and walk up to the top.
Oh, and I think she's saying like they haven't even done Animal Kingdom, like the park.
Oh, you haven't even done.
Okay, so if you haven't done the park at all, like for sure. Like,
okay, so if you're gonna do the safari first thing in the morning.
Yeah, do it first thing in the morning, and then if you're gonna do it twice, I think the second best time of the day to do it is right before like dusk. Like,
but you gotta be darn good timer
You had to time it
because
pretty well.
yeah, I
'Cause
mean,
we've done it. We stood in line. And
we stood in line
took
for
just a
too long, and it
little
just took too long, and everything was
But if
dark.
it's like just starting to like sunset, like
Yep.
twilight hour, like that's also a great time.
So if
to do
sunset's
it.
at 7, the line is an hour
But I mean,
long.
we
Get
did
in line
it-
at 5:30.
We didn't do it. Did we do that first? We did do it first. When
We
got
did
to
it
the
first
park.
thing. Yep.
But we didn't get into the park right when it opened. We got into the park about an hour after it opened.
Yeah.
And it was great because it was a rainy day. So the animals were super active.
They were super active. That's the other thing. Do it on a rainy day.
You're gonna go climb on your climber.
So that was my other. So on Animal Kingdom Day, by the way, my autographs went up 10,000 times in value.
Why? Oh, he made it into the one of the Tim Tracker.
Yes, I am in the background
He's,
of
like, in
a
the background
Tim
getting the
Tracker
stroller.
video.
But yeah, we did see the trackers. They were getting onto the safari when we were getting off the safari. They were like parking their stroller, so it was kind of fun. We're like, you never know, you're gonna find them.
Never know.
In the wilderness. But yeah, Animal Kingdom definitely was I think it was a highlight for the trip because Wally got to ride Everest for the first time. It was just like I think it was our only like full park day.
Yeah.
And we got to hang out with Russ, which was super awesome. We like got to spend the whole day with Russ, and Wally just like adores Russ, and we had so much fun just hanging out in the park together. So I think that made Animal Kingdom extra special. I'm trying to think what my third highlight would be. And I mean, yeah, not right now, but maybe in a little bit. I think for me, it's got to be food.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's like a favorite food. Although the Brazilian cheese bread at Skipper Canteen on our first night was awesome.
Pretty amazing.
Breakfast at Topolino's was amazing.
Oh, yeah. That's the other big takeaway from the trip.
Mm-hmm.
If you have any hesitation on doing the $45 breakfast, character breakfast at Topolino's,
well worth it.
That is a hesitation you need to get rid of right now, and you need to do it.
It was, I think,
it was the most food I've ever consumed in my entire life. I mean, we had an entire table.
Oh my gosh.
We had an entire table of food for the three of us. And you could. It's all you care to eat. You just keep ordering stuff.
Yeah, they'll bring you whatever.
They'll bring you whatever you want.
The steak was amazing.
And the breakfast steak, because it's they told me that night, it's a butcher cut. It was actually a really good cut of meat. It was so good.
Yeah.
Worth every penny and more.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they could have charged more for all we got.
Well, they did at dinner.
Well, yes, at dinner, yes, they charged more.
Dinner was like $10.
But I'm talking about the breakfast.
Yeah, Russ is really, really so awesome. He's just such a sweet person, and he's really fun to hang out with, and he had the best time with Wally. Like, we were so appreciative of like just the extra help with Wally.
There I am, guys.
Yeah, there he is in the Tim Tracker.
See, that's Jen Tracker right there. There's this is Jen.
Basically a celebrity.
I'm basically a celebrity.
Yes, we're very happy for him and his new job too, and it sounds like he's really loving it. So yeah, I think like. We did tutorial forno cafe for dinner one night, which we've never done dinner there. We love breakfast there. We prefer Kona to Ohana. We did so much good food. I don't think there was literally only one meal.
Oh, is your mic on?
I don't know. I think it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's dead.
So
I don't know if you can hear that.
No, they couldn't hear it. So yeah, Will just asked if the audio cut out.
Okay. Mark walked away to help Wally.
Redirect Wally.
Yeah, but like I was saying, the food was just so amazing on this trip, and we ate so much of it, and we had so much flexibility on our trip. So it just afforded us the opportunity to dine at so many amazing places.
Yeah.
We did dinner at Tutorial Forno. We did breakfast at Topolino Terrace. We did dinner at Skipper Canteen. We did lunch at Hollywood Brown Derby.
Mhm.
We did dinner at Tibonidu. Like we ate at all of our favorite places, and then we also tried some new places that we loved. I don't think there was a single meal on the trip that we didn't enjoy. I think our least favorite was dinner at Topolino's.
At Topolino's was...
But we had awesome company. We got to hang out with Stacy and Paul from the Disney Romantics.
Okay.
Not right now.
Buddy, when we're done.
Later. Yep. Later.
Yeah, I mean,
and we got to see the fireworks up there, which it is a really good fireworks view.
They just don't pump the audio in.
They don't pump the audio in. So that was the downside.
So someone had it on their phone.
Mm.
You can actually see the Magic Kingdom aerials above the building.
Mm.
And then a great, amazing view in the Epcot World Showcase. You can... The nice little oval, the ring that they put in the middle kind of makes it really easy to identify where the fireworks are going to come from.
Yeah. So food is definitely like probably my third favorite thing of the trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Food's always a good thing.
I think like getting to spend time off property, doing other things like going to the ocean and getting to really enjoy that experience, staying at 4 awesome resorts, and all the great food.
My name?
Yes.
Russ is awesome.
Yes, Russ is awesome.
It would like Maya change my name.
Okay.
And
honey,
it was nice that we got to see Topolino's in the morning and then immediately again at night. It really did a good job of helping us compare. Check your volume.
Okay, I promise.
Oh no, I keep trying. I think my mic is dead. Honey. Have we charged these in a while?
No, these are fresh back from vacation, so we may...
I don't think we charged them the whole trip we were on.
No.
I was like, we had a lot of equipment with us.
Yes.
Yes, and we got to hang out with Jeff and Ian.
Yes, it is our dream.
And Abby, and that was
for their
really
Thursday night fun party, and
yep.
we tried to see them again on that Friday.
We tried 2 other times to see them, and it just never the timing just
was off.
It's us. I mean, it's us trying to get to reservations.
Well, the one night, the one night it was that Saturday? No, it was Friday night in Epcot, and we were needing to get back for the Topolino's dinner.
And the Skyliner was questionable.
We didn't drive. We took the Skyliner to Epcot, and we're like, we're not going to get stuck here. So again, it's what I told you. If you're going to do Skyliner, 3 hours. Give yourself 3 hours of comfort.
The challenging thing is I would not rely on park hopping or
with the
resort
Skyliner.
Hopping with the Skyliner.
Or getting back to your resort. Don't rely on it.
Yeah, I would say don't make a reservation in another park and rely on the Skyliner for timing.
I told her mom later after the white team, we're gonna play in Mario.
Okay, buddy. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, so definitely don't rely on.
Yeah, don't rely on it. Don't
trust.
Don't think
at least in the summer when there's thunderstorm. And we knew this when they announced we're doing Skyliner, we're doing gondolas. We're from Colorado. We have gondolas. We know what it's like when thunderstorms hit.
We've been on.
We've been them.
Walking off of one when it got struck by lightning and went down for 3 hours. So
so we knew that it was going to be a little rough go, and it is. I mean,
I think that was a lesson earned. I think that's the other thing, lessons we learned on this trip.
Yeah.
Not fans of the Skyliner.
Yeah. I mean, we're fans of the Skyliner.
It's
just
lovely if you're going on
we just can't trust it.
If
you can't rely on
it. Can be leisurely about riding it.
Yes.
It is not a great form
if you're not paying for a park ticket and you're just going to stroll between the different resorts and you have no cares in the world,
or
Skyliner is great.
If you don't have anywhere you need to be,
yes,
then it's fine. But one night, Mark, we had driven over and parked, but Wally really wanted to drive the Skyliner back, and it was running. So Mark dropped us off at the International Gateway. Wally and I went and rode the Skyliner.
That was after park close.
After park close.
At Epcot.
And then Mark walked to the front of the park, to the parking lot,
all
the way to the end of a row.
Yes.
Drove back to Riviera.
Put the stroller and put it in the room, went down and met them getting off the Skyliner.
Yeah. So in the time it took Wally and I to literally walk out the International Gateway. He walked us to the gift store, basically.
Yes.
to literally walk out International Gateway, get in line, stand in line, get on the Skyliner, get back to Riviera. He walked all the way to the front of the park, got in his car, drove to Riviera. Like, yeah. And that line was hot and miserable at the end of the day.
So that was the other thing we learned is we value having that rental car.
I think that was a big thing for us on this trip. We've never done Disney full on staying on property with a rental car. Yes.
You've watched the live stream.
Yes. So yeah, I mean, I think that's the biggest thing we will say is like, do not rely on the Skyliner. Do not think you're going to park hop and make a dining reservation unless you're literally like leaving the park at noon and you have dinner at 6. Like then it's probably fine. But otherwise, no, we're not rely on it. And that was like, that's on us. We made a couple mistakes that night. Like we didn't realize Hollywood Studios closed at 8. We were walking out at 8. We had an 8:40 reservation in Epcot. Weather came through. So it was just like
it was a comedy of errors. It was a comedy of errors. Made for great cinematic drama.
Oh my goodness. I tell you what, that was the most stressful live stream we've ever done.
And we've had some pretty stressful ones, but that one just beat them all.
So that was a lesson learned. I think we really enjoyed the comfort of having a rental car. Definitely if you're doing resort transfers, it made it easy. Now I will say this, like staying DVC, we could park for free.
Yes.
So because we were staying in a DVC property, we could park at the resort for free. And because we have annual passes, we could park at the parks for free. So I wouldn't do a rental car if I had to pay for parking.
Yeah. And this is the other one. Don't rely on strangers telling you the Skyliner.
The guy in front of us was like, it just went down for lightning. And
if we had not listened to him.
I mean, we might have gotten evacuated.
Actually, our fear afterwards, and I think this occurred because by the time we got to Epcot, the Skyliner was off.
Yeah.
I think we would have gotten stuck at the Caribbean Beach transfer station.
Well, Caribbean Beach would have been fine because you can walk from there to Riviera.
But you can't get from Riviera to Epcot. So we would have been stuck.
Right.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
So it may have been a blessing in disguise from that stranger.
It worked out.
Kind of. We missed
our dining reservation and got charged for it, but whatever. Mark did get them to refund because then we had a reservation the next day and he asked and they did they have a refund?
They did.
Okay. Yeah. So that was a lesson learned on this trip. I think another thing we learned about ourselves is we are not rope droppers.
Nope.
We
not a rope dropper.
Enjoyed.
Super excited about the announcement that they're going to be adding extra magic hours at the end of the day because that is our jam.
Yes, that's definitely where it's at for us. We are not rope drop. Yes, they would have had buses. I think the challenge of buses. Well, and we were leaving Hollywood Studios, so we also had the option of the ferry, but the ferry also goes down if there's lightning, and we were just stuck in between this.
Just grab our car and go. That's what we should have done.
So much easier to do our car and just drive over.
What we should have done. We shouldn't have thought of anything else.
But yeah, it was just literally a calamity of errors.
Made for great YouTube video.
All the things, but yeah, I mean, I think the thing about the Skyliner is if it goes down, they do have buses, but the hard thing about buses is that, if you're staying in a Skyliner resort, they don't have as many buses running.
And it takes them a little while to gear those buses up,
so
to reallocate them.
You're going to end up waiting longer.
Yeah.
And I think the other thing that was really that we found very frustrating about Epcot with the Skyliner.
It's at the back.
It's at the back.
It's at International Gateway.
You kind of get stuck in the zone of okay, do I walk to the back of the park and hope that the Skyliner is running?
There is no way to know that the Skyliner is running from Spaceship Earth or anywhere else.
Where we were.
We were at Spaceship Earth.
Track, and we're let's go ride Spaceship Earth.
We're going to meet Diz Our Dream. This was when we were going to meet Diz Our Dream. We're walking there, and I'm looking at the sky.
And then we'll go get on the Skyliner and ride back to ship. Plenty of time.
Yep. But I'm looking at the sky. I'm looking at the sky. I'm going, that could be a nail in our coffin.
That could shut the Skyliner down.
Yeah.
And so then we were really frustrated because we're do we take the 15 minutes or 10 minutes, whatever it is?
Well, we were going to do Spaceship Earth. That's a 15-minute ride.
Right. Which you thought it was 4 minutes. And I'm it's way longer than a 4-minute ride.
Apparently, I sleep during Spaceship Earth.
So anyway, I'm if we walk the 10, 15 minutes back to International Gateway and find out the Skyliner's down, then we have to walk 10 to 15 minutes back to the front of the park to the buses.
The car was at the resort because we took the
Night, we left our
Skyliner.
car at the resort.
Yeah, we took the
The night we were
Skyliner
at
to the
Hollywood
park.
Studios, we had our car at the park.
Yeah, so that was that was Thursday night.
That was Thursday night.
This was Friday night that we're talking about now. Yeah.
So
because we're at the Riviera. It's like literally
very,
one
like love-hate relationship with the Skyliner on this trip. The first time we did the Skyliner was with Russ. We like went over on a night and we're just like, let's Skyliner.
It's a
hop.
no care in the world. We have no goal in mind.
It was fine. And we watched the fireworks from
We
the
watched
Skyliner.
fireworks from the
That
Skyliner.
was really fun.
No
But
care.
when you're trying to park hop or get back to a resort or whatever and trying to meet a reservation,
It's
not fans of the Skyliner.
No.
So, but we did really enjoy just like the ease of having a rental car.
Yeah.
That really made a difference on this trip.
Made it great for that 7 a.m. resort transfer.
Yeah.
Load all the stuff up, go,
So
drop, and
rental
go.
car, not rope dropping. Definitely like sleep in at the parks from now on. Like I think that's kind of something.
And I think we mentioned excited for the extra magic hours in the evenings, select rides, select resorts.
And then
that's our jam.
And then I think resort hopping, like we're all about it. Like I think we will probably. I don't think we're going to when we go in December just because of the timing of how things worked out and because of like what we have for DVC points. But I think in the future, like we will always resort hop.
Mm-hmm.
I think we will do a split stay. We will get a rental car and we will sleep in.
At least for the foreseeable future. Yeah. I don't see that
we
changing.
Also did a lot of meals in our room. So I have these I have a Dash mini waffle maker.
Stay tuned to the vlog.
Yeah, I have
Great
a ton
footage.
of Dash mini waffle makers. I have one for every season. But we also got for Mother's Day this year, Mark got me, or rather I got me.
And then I gave it to
you. The egg bite maker. And that was awesome.
Yes.
We used it as like a skillet. So we cooked hot dogs on it. We cooked grilled cheese sandwiches on it. We cooked scrambled eggs. We made omelets on it. It was so awesome. So when you're staying in like a standard hotel room or like the DVC studios, it was so nice.
So nice to have this little tiny griddle.
We could cook so much.
Yeah.
So that was great.
Yeah.
We definitely we did mac and cheese and hot dogs in the room. We did spaghetti in the room.
Yeah.
We did grilled cheese and tomato soup in the room.
Spaghetti was in the one bedroom where we had a full kitchen.
Yeah, that I don't know that you could really make spaghetti. I mean, maybe you could boil it in a microwave.
No.
I don't know.
It'll be like that microwave mac and cheese.
A stove, I think.
Yeah. And because we're a DVC, I mean, we're always staying at deluxe resorts.
So the evening hours are only for deluxe.
Yep.
And then they did say deluxe and villas.
And deluxe and villas. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So again, that's our jam.
Yeah. And then Amy asked, where did we get our car? We got it at the airport. Right
no, that was when we were talking about where was our car on that Friday.
Oh, yeah. Did you have to get your car? Oh, yes. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I mean, I think those were the biggest lessons we learned from this trip. Those are our biggest takeaways.
And again, what works for us might not be the same for other people. Some of you all go to the park at 7:30 in the morning. You're there holding that rope when it gets dropped.
I just think
you can make a dining reservation in that park.
We used to do rope drop. We were all about it. We did the 24-hour day at Disneyland. Literally worked.
We did
all day.
63 hours on that trip.
Yeah, we literally went to work in the morning, worked an 8+ hour day, got on a plane at midnight, flew to Disneyland, stood in line for 6 hours or whatever it was.
We're up for 24 hours.
Went and did the parks from 6 a.m. until
got back on a plane and flew home.
Drove back to the airport, flew home. We've done it. We've been those people, but I think we've this trip just made us realize how much we enjoyed. Okay, hold on, buddy. I think we really enjoyed just the luxury of sleeping in, not feeling so rushed, just doing the parks for whatever we wanted to do it for. So those were our biggest takeaways from this trip.
Yeah.
One other thing I wanted to talk about was the regrets of the trip or the things that we didn't get to do.
Yeah.
Because we were there for 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
We had an annual pass. We had park reservations for every day we were there.
We didn't get some stuff.
We still missed a bunch of stuff. We didn't hardly do anything in Fantasyland. We didn't get to do teacups. We didn't get to do Peter Pan, Small World.
Yeah. We were really kind of limited on our Magic Kingdom kind. That was the day Wally was sick, or you were sick.
Wally got sick, and then we had to push back our Animal Kingdom
We had to push back our Animal Kingdom Day, which
kind of,
killed
like,
off
compounded
Magic
everything.
Kingdom Day.
And
yeah.
we knew, like, we anticipated going this trip, like, we're probably going to get a head cold. Like,
You haven't been out in the world in 18 months.
So we knew that was
So
probably going
yes,
to happen.
if you're traveling and you haven't traveled in 18 months,
And you're going
to get sick.
So,
Okay, plan for it.
Yeah. So,
Have that
that
cushion.
also, like, I think played into us, like, sleeping in and just taking our time more on this trip. Sorry, I don't know what somebody's like.
Yeah, there's people drilling over here.
Drilling and sawing down something. It's probably really loud. I don't know. I'm curious how much the mic is, like, filtering that out, but I feel like it's probably really loud and obnoxious, so I apologize. But yeah, we missed out on doing, like, a lot of rides in Magic Kingdom. We never made it on Splash Mountain. I think that was, like, a little bit proactive on our part. We just, like, don't really like doing Splash Mountain, but we really wanted to do it this trip because he's tall enough. And we thought, you know, for him to experience it, but we just didn't really prioritize it. We kind of let it not happen. There was a couple other things I feel like we didn't get to do on this trip that we were like, all the time we were there, we never got to do that. Was Hollywood Studios one of them?
Well, we didn't get to do, like, the Cars experience. I mean, he's done that before.
We didn't do quite a bit.
We didn't do Aliens to Rolling Saucers, or
we did all the big things. We got to do Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railroad. We got to do
that was
rides.
that was the goal.
We got to do Millennium Falcon. He got to pilot them on the Millennium Falcon. We got to drink blue milk. We went to the Hollywood Brown Derby. Got to do Slinky Dog. And that was really all we did in Hollywood Studios.
Yeah.
So I think I would have liked. We did Star Tours. I think I would have liked to have ridden Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railroad at least, like, one more time.
Yeah.
I would have liked to have gotten to do some more things in Fantasyland, in Magic Kingdom. Epcot, we really did.
We did.
We didn't do Frozen.
We didn't do Frozen, but
we did
Wally
it
hates that
so
ride.
much when he was little because it was the only thing he could do.
Yeah.
That it was, like, kind of okay. We didn't do it on this
and we
trip.
didn't do Spaceship Earth.
Yeah, we didn't.
Again,
that was a regret. Like,
we were on our way to Spaceship Earth.
And
she
we
looked
didn't get
up.
to do the Epcot experience, and we wanted to do the history of jazz in the America Pavilion, and we wanted to do.
I'm fully convinced the Epcot experience will be there for the next 5 years. So we're
for a while. We'll just constantly keep taking things out.
They'll just keep taking things out of it until it's a shell of a building.
I do wish we would have done one of the Tiny World pictures. We tried to do it in Animal Kingdom.
We didn't do any of the Tiny
World. We
World
missed it because of the rain. And we forgot to even look for it at Epcot.
Not imitate. I would not imitate them.
Well, and part of it was they don't do it in the rain, and we're during the rainy season. We don't get there till the afternoon when it is rainy.
Those were kind of the only things, though. Like the pictures, more Fantasyland time.
Yep.
A couple more things in Hollywood Studios. I think we ate at every place we wanted to eat at.
Yeah.
Disney Springs. We didn't get to do a whole lot of Disney Springs times, and the only reason we even did Disney Springs was kind of like because it was like we did it on a whim. I don't remember why. I think it was because we were tired, like coming home from the Cape. We're like, let's just go to Disney Springs.
Yeah.
I wish we would have made it back to the outlets one more time, although I don't think that they had a whole lot of inventory change. And Animal Kingdom we really conquered. Like I think he might have liked to go back and ride Everest one more time.
Yep. And
I wish he would have liked Flight of Passage, but he was furious that they sprayed dirty ocean water in his face, so he didn't want to ride it again. So, pouring on your birthday. So all you got to do was Frozen and Slinky. Well, you got to do Slinky, so that's pretty good. Yes, One Man's Dream. We didn't do that either, and that is great. And Runaway Railway goes down a lot.
It actually was down when we were in line.
Yeah, we stood in line for like an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah, so the line said it was going to be 65 minutes long.
Yeah.
And then they said they were going down. So I looked up. It's usually down about 20, 25, 30 minutes. So I'm like, okay. So we just waited out.
Hot,
and while we waited out, the line thinned out enough to where the overall wait, it did end up being about
20 minutes once it opened up.
Yeah, about 20 minutes once it reopened. So I mean, we waited about the same amount of time.
Yeah.
That we
And
would've?
he like befriended this little girl in the line. They were
Oh my
literally
gosh.
holding hands like the entire ride.
Yeah.
So, but Wally, can you tell them there? What was your favorite thing of the whole trip?
Riding Big Thunder Mountain.
Riding Big Thunder Mountain. What was the best ride? You got to ride Everest. You got to do Mickey and Minnie's. What was the best ride?
Mountain Everest.
Oh, Mount Everest.
Ooh. No?
Big one though. Big one.
Hey, Wally.
It's only the window.
Big Thunder's only the winner.
What about Pandora? You want to do that 10 more
Did
times?
you like
Flight of Passage.
Where you rode the Banshee? Did you like that one?
Mm-hmm.
You did?
No,
No?
No, why didn't you like it?
not the blue water in my face.
Not a fan. Oh, Carlos.
Hey,
has met
Carlos.
You guys at Epcot. Oh,
Nice.
Hi, Tom.
Thanks for
yeah.
hopping on tonight. Yeah.
We met so many fun people.
You
on this
guys
trip,
must have. Were you in that mass of people there enjoying the fireworks?
I'm trying to
And
remember, Carlos, or where did we share a gondola? Where did I'm trying to remember.
Yeah,
we met like so many awesome people on this trip. Like
especially at Epcot. Epcot.
Yeah.
That
I've probably just met so many nice people.
yeah.
like,
You had the gondola
waiting in
friends.
lines. Wally's just like super outgoing and friendly too, so he gets to talk to like everybody. He like befriends everybody.
Yeah.
And we just really love that. We had one family, like I think the kid recognized us from our channel. Like they probably have watched some of our videos, and yes, lightsaber guy. Yes,
yeah.
in the Mexico pavilion.
You guys were awesome.
That was an awesome night. That was so fun. That was our fiasco night of trying to get to Tipanidu, and then we ended up going over and eating the hacienda.
Carlos, go back and watch the video that led up to that night.
Yes,
you will
stream.
love it.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
It was a live stream.
Wally befriended everybody there that night.
Yes.
Got to do some lightsaber fun. He was jealous of the like real lightsaber.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes. There was a Jedi with real lightsabers there. We were all jealous, weren't we, Carlos?
Yeah, I know. We all wanted it. All right. Well, I think that the persistent drilling noise.
Yep.
Wally wants to play with the neighbor, so I think we're at an hour. So I think next time, we want to like kind of debrief each of the resorts, and we thought it'd be fun to do all the restaurants that we went to.
Yep.
So we'll kind of keep breaking this down. I was like, hurry and turn off the live stream. And then we've got another trip we're planning for.
Yep.
So,
So
and we're going to Chicago here soon too. So
oh yeah, we got Chicago coming
we'll
up.
get to share all of our thoughts on that.
Yeah.
I don't think we're there over a Wednesday though. So I don't think we'll be streaming from Chicago.
We might do a pop-up.
We'll see.
You know, walking around Chi-Town. Yeah.
So thank you guys so much for hanging out with us tonight and just kind of debriefing our trip with us.
Yeah, make sure to check out the liveplace.com. Dean over there has all the family-friendly streamers on here earlier. Monarch Moments, they're going to be going live, if not right now, here soon, soon after. So check them out, liveplace.com, for any family-friendly YouTube streams.
Yes.
All Disney, all fun, all family. All right. Make sure before you head out, hit that like button. Lets YouTube know you guys like the stream. Tells everyone else. Share it out to all your friends. We appreciate that. Otherwise, this is the wonderful world of Walter.
And we love you guys just the way you are.
Bye.